Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, sandwiches were delicious. I hope everyone's not too sleepy after that. No, look, firstly, just to say thank you to Chris and to Andy for inviting us here today. We were here last year in different guises, but we're here today as Kick. And really today is just about telling you a little bit about what we're doing and what we're up to, and we'll go from there. So we are Kick. We are a specialist Web3 brand and marketing agency. So we work with Web3 brands that are looking to grow in the space, and we also worked with Web2 brands that are looking to come into the space and be that sort of onboarding portal for those guys looking to get into the space. And we do that with a combination of holistic strategies, creative excellence, and operational rigor. And that's really our whole approach when we go into marketing. So myself and Donna, we set up Kick earlier in the year. We're having a lovely lunch with our old chairman, and he's like, well, you guys, maybe you should do something for yourself one day. And we're like, maybe you're right, Gary, maybe you're right. So this is the time. So Donna and I set this up. Scarily, between us, we've got 40 years of blue chip Web2 brand and marketing experience between us, which is quite scary. And 10 years now of Web3 between us, and we've also got a team behind us sitting in the US, in South America, us in Europe, Middle East and Asia as well. So we've got a global team of Web3 and marketing experts sitting behind us. And so what that really means is that, we get marketing, we understand marketing, we know branding, we know creative, we know strategy, we know influencers, all the bits and pieces that we've learned from our time in Web2. And we're now coupling that together with our experiences and our knowledge of Web3 that we've gained over the last few years. And I think what we like to believe we put together a really strong proposition when it comes to going out to market. What's really important to us is our values as well. And we'll talk about that more in a moment. But I think for us, being in the Web3 space, we've had some interesting experiences when it comes to people we've hired or agencies we've worked with. And I think it's fair to say that sometimes some of these values are lacking. So for us, being transparent, being authentic, and having integrity in everything we do is, of paramount importance to us. Ultimately, we want to give our clients peace of mind so that they know when they're working with us or when we finish a project that they've made the right choice. And that's what we're really all about. So between us, over those 40 years, we've worked with or for some of the biggest names in tech, in entertainment, and of course in the Web3 space. And Cardano being one of them. And Donna's going to talk to us a little bit more, or talk to you a little bit more about that in a moment. But why set up Kick in the first place? And this is me as a Gen Z a couple of weeks ago. Why set up Kick in the first place? Well, we noticed this gap, right? So I think in Web3 and in Web3 marketing, what we saw is this gap, a skills gap. So when projects are launching and they do some great success after the first launch or two, when it comes to scaling up and driving that growth, there seems to be sort of a lack of marketing knowledge and a marketing skill set to take them to that next level. And what we really want to do is come in and offer that robustness, those holistic strategies to help people grow to the next level. You've got to be ad hoc, you've got to be opportunistic in terms of where you are in Web3. Absolutely, that's what it's all about as well. But having that structure and robustness behind it as well, I think is really where we want to come in and help businesses. And when we were working in Virtua last year and we were working with, people we hired or agencies we hired, we often felt a bit like this. We felt a bit like angry Nick Cage, and nobody wants to be angry Nick Cage. We want to be a bit more Zen-like, right? In terms of feeling that you've made the right choice, you've made the right decision, and you're getting the right outputs. And we also want to do our bit for the industry as well, because, we don't always have the best rep as an industry. And the way we work and the values we've talked about, we want to do our bit in helping, be perceived as a credible partner. And of course, what we all ultimately want is that mass adoption that's going to come through in the future. So our services, in terms of what we offer, I think it's very important to stress that we are not just another community agency or an influencer agency, of which there are many when it comes to people in the Web3 space and Web3 agency space. We've got a full suite of services, so from branding through to strategy, creative. Yes, we do, of course, do influencers and community management, but all the way through. So we've got a full suite of services that we bring to clients. And no matter where people are on that journey, whether they're just a startup, and in that seed phase, and they're looking for that initial thing about proposition and messaging, through to, that growth phase, and they want some growth hacking or they want that strategy. With our experience and the team we've got behind us, we can sort of go in at any level and help those clients onto the next stage. And really that's through, understanding and working closely and working collaboratively, really understanding the business and the brief, sometimes writing the brief with our clients, building out a detailed strategy that aligns to those business objectives, and of course, getting to the execution and making sure that we deliver that robustly. We have the measurements in place, and we're optimizing as we go. Donna's going to talk a bit more about some of the recent experiences we've had and some of the campaigns we've done.
So Virtua is a metaverse gaming and NFT marketplace platform. At Virtua, we offer full stack marketing service. So basically what that covers is brand marketing, digital marketing, performance marketing, social media, community building, growth, at the same time database, CRM, partnership collaborations, etc. And we work with a number of AAA, high-profile companies such as sports, entertainment, some of the world-class artists, NFT partnerships, etc. And branding was a key part of Virtua services, actually. So before we joined, I think Virtua was literally not well known. By the time we left, we bring Virtua to Cointelegraph, exposures, etc. And over the time, obviously we cover social community, over the time we delivered 500% growth for social community area and 1,000% increase in user base, achieved over 100 million media coverage for Virtua. We're building the CEO's profiles, etc., and achieved 10 million in revenue. And we're talking about 10 million in revenue literally was the bear market. I always joke with my Web2 colleagues, like in Web2 world, when they say they achieve 10%, 20% growth. And I say, if I achieve 10%, 20%, I'd be sacked in the Web3 world, right? I think we've been always working with Cardano, and Cardano is always one of our favorite highway platform. But our real love affair with Cardano actually started Cardano Summit 2021. You guys probably know very well those NFTs. How many of you got 7 of them? Raise your hand. Wow, not bad. Still have? Yeah, so we minted these 7 digital collectibles on Virtua platform. And that's the foundation of our formal partnership with Cardano. A few months later, on the back of Cardano Summit 2022, we kicked off Cardano Island, a metaverse project. I know we have the Pavia guy here. Cardano Island metaverse we had 5 weeks from campaign kickoff to mint. So all the NFT guys, metaverse guys will understand the minimum launch time, probably 8-9 months, 10 months, a year, some project 2 years. We had 5 weeks from campaign kickoff to mint. Whitelisting, open whitelist, close whitelist, and a mint. It's very stressful. I mean, the spreadsheet of the social community, paid media, daily, weekly activities. I think we run a very tight ship. I have meeting with the guys, with my team, peer team, on a daily basis to discuss, understand what's content, what paid social, what KOL, what MA, what kind of presentation, what kind of videos going out on a daily, weekly basis. Because 5 weeks, we cannot even missing a day, literally. Of course, you guys all know, to build FOMO and hype, we need a lot of AMAs, a lot of KOLs, engage the YouTube influencers, Twitter influencers. I had a massive spreadsheet of the KOLs, influencers on my Excel list, brand building, PR, paid medias, etc. Obviously, you guys all know content is the king, whether it's Web 2 or Web 3. So we created highly engaged content to kick off the campaign and keep the campaign momentum. By the time we closed the whitelisting, we achieved 28,000 wallets. 200% increase in Discord members, 250% increase in social followers, onboarding over 40 plus partners in, I think, 7-8 weeks. For mint period, in the next 2-3 weeks, the entire all the condos sold, small plots sold, large plots sold. I think only the media size was left some. So we achieved 3.6 million in revenue and a further 550K in product partnership. We built a lot of partners reflect in our metaverse, etc. So literally 3.6 plus 550K in about 12 weeks. And of course, those very cute lamb bots, one of the NFTs in Cardano metaverse. So when you collect those cute lamb bots, one of the NFTs, those lamb bots will interact with the resources in metaverse, and they could add values. You could even make NFTs, create NFTs, etc. And we did 4 drops of those lamb bots, and all those 4 drops sold out. We generated over 2 million ADA.
And I think the best thing as well out of all of that is the people that we worked with delivering all of that, we've taken them with us to Kick as well. So happy days. So just to summarize, yes, we've got lots of marketing experience and Web3 experience. We come from a client-side background, so we understand the pain points of working with third-party agencies. We've got that team. We've got the suite of services that we can offer, and this very holistic approach with operational excellence and operational rigor that we bring to the table. So that's us. Thank you very much. Details are on the next slide. Sorry, my clicker. I need a clicker. This is us anyway. So thank you very much, and we'll hopefully catch up with some of you guys afterwards. Thank you.